Well, what we really want to know is...
What the hell is an old man like you doing?
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today let's learn about the cast of the movie Good Times over the years. But first, let's learn a little about this movie. Good Times is an American television sitcom that aired for 6 seasons on CBS. The series was created by Eric Monte and Mike Evans, then developed by executive producer Norman Lear. Episodes of Good Times deal with the characters' efforts to overcome poverty, living in high-rise public housing in Chicago. James Evans usually works at least 2 jobs, mainly manual labor such as dishwasher, construction worker, etc. Although he is often unemployed, he is a proud person and does not accept charity money. He sometimes hustled for money playing billiards, although Florida disagreed with this. And now, are you ready to get to the main topic? Because I will introduce to you the cast of the movie Good Times then, and now let's get started. Number 1, Jeanette Dubois as Willona Woods. Janet Dubois portrayed the spirited Willona Woods, a dear friend and confidant of the Evans family. Dubois commenced her journey in the world of acting on the stage during the early 1960s, marking her debut on Broadway in the brief-lived production, The Long Dream, which had a 4-day run in February 1960. She graced the drama A Raisin in the Sun alongside Louis Gossett Jr., although not in the original Broadway rendition. In the realm of early television, Dubois earned credits for the 1969 TV film JT, and assumed the role of Loretta Allen on the soap opera Love of Life from 1970 to 1972. Becoming one of the first African-American female regular cast members on a daytime series. Dubois made her cinematic debut as Vera in Diary of a Mad Housewife, 1970. She notably portrayed Stormy Monday in the 1973 comedy Five on the Black Hand Side, and featured in Lanford Wilson's play The Hot L Baltimore, that same year. Throughout the 1980s, Dubois established the Janet Dubois Academy of Theater Arts and Sciences, a performing arts school for teenagers situated on Long Island, New York. In 1992, alongside Danny Glover and Ayuko Babu, Dubois co-founded the Pan-African Film and Arts Festival in Los Angeles. Her outstanding contribution to the Lifetime film Other Women's Children earned her a Cable Ace Award for Best Supporting Actress in 1995. Dubois secured Emmy Awards for her voiceover work on the animated show The PJs in 1999 and 2001. Married to Sajit Gupta in 1950, Dubois was reportedly divorced from Gupta by April 1959, according to her Brazilian consular document, while another source suggests she was still married in 1964. The union with Gupta blessed Dubois with 4 children: Provat Gupta, Rani Gupta, Keisha Gupta Fields, and the late Rai Christo Gupta, who succumbed to cancer in 1987 at the age of 36. Provat has pursued a career as a basketball coach based in California. In 1959, Dubois shared a romantic involvement with actor Brock Peters. She passed away on February 17, 2020, due to cardiac arrest at her residence in Glendale, California. Number 2, Bernadette Stanis as Thelma Evans. Bernadette Stanis takes on the role of Thelma Ann Evans Anderson, the sole daughter of the Evans family. Following the conclusion of the series, she made guest appearances on television productions such as The Cosby Show and What's Happening Now. Stanis has been showcased in promotions for the network. In a Thelma promotion that aired on September 19, 2009, she joined actress Anna Maria Horsford in The Battle of the Thelmas, featuring their respective TV series weddings. As part of the Way Black Then promotions in February 2010, honoring Black History Month, she and Walker participated in the program Color TV, sharing their recollections and insights on Good Times. Subsequently, she made an appearance on the TV One show Life After. In July 2016, Stanis featured in an episode of Centric's Being, delving into her life and career. Stanis has experienced 4 marriages. Initially, she was married to high school sweetheart Thomas Fauntleroy from June 1974 to 1978. Following that, she tied the knot with Brooklyn nightclub owner Darnell Johnson in January 1979. Stanis's 3rd union was with mechanical engineer Terrence Redd, resulting in the birth of their daughter, Dior Ravel, around April 1982, although the couple later divorced. Her 4th and current husband is Kevin Fontana. A 2012 article mentioned they had been married for 31 years, while other sources state that Stanis was married to Redd circa 1981. Additionally, Stanis is the mother of a 2nd child, daughter Brittany Rose. Currently, she resides in Atlanta, Georgia with her children. Number 3, Esther Roll as Florida Evans. Esther Rowley portrayed the maternal figure in the Evans family, taking on the role of Florida Evans. In the series, Florida and her spouse James navigate the challenges of parenthood as a working-class couple residing in a Chicago housing project, raising their trio of children. Rowley received a nomination for Best Actress in a Musical Comedy Golden Globe Award in 1975 for her performance in Good Times. Notably, Rowley was 19 years senior to the actor who portrayed her on-screen husband James Evans. In addition to her regular role, Rowley made guest appearances, including one on The Incredible Hulk in an episode titled Behind the Wheel, where she played the role of a taxicab business owner. During the 1990s, Rowley surprised audiences as a guest on RuPaul's VH1 talk show when she reunited with her Maude co-star Bea Arthur. Their warm embrace reflected years of separation, and the reunion was heartwarming. Rowley also took part in a series of television commercials for psychic hotlines in the 1990s, where her signature line was, "Tell them Esther sent you." Rowley was formerly married to Oscar Robinson, and their marriage lasted from 1955 until their divorce in 1975. Although she did not have biological children, she had one ex-stepdaughter, Shirley Mae Robinson, from Oscar's previous marriage. Esther Rowley passed away on November 17, 1998 in Culver City, California, succumbing to complications of diabetes at the age of 78. Number 4. Johnny Brown as Nathan Bookman. Johnny Brown held a recurring position as the building superintendent Nathan Bookman in the 1970s television series Good Times. His early exposure to the entertainment industry included a minor role in the 1970 film The Out-of-Towners, featuring Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis, where he portrayed a waiter on a railroad dining car. During his childhood in Harlem, New York City, Brown attended school alongside Walter Dean Myers. Brown's presence extended to television commercials, including advertisements for Hunt's Manwich and the Wright Brothers pen, a brief product from the Paper-Made Pen Company in the 1970s. One notable commercial featured an elaborate musical number titled Right On Brothers Right On, where Brown, playing a schoolteacher, encouraged a chorus line of students to use the promoted pen for their school assignments. In 1997, Brown lent his voice to the introduction of the compilation album Comedy Stew, The Best of Red Fox. In this introduction, Brown shared an anecdote about Norman Lear considering him for the role of Lamont in Sanford and Son. However, due to prior commitments to Laugh-In, Brown was unavailable, leading Lear to cast Demon Wilson in the role. Additionally, Brown made a one-time appearance as Fat Man in the original The Ghostbusters television show. In 1999, Brown featured in 2 episodes of the Nickelodeon children's sitcom Kenan and Kel. He portrayed Wallace, Suitcase Jefferson, in the 2004 mockumentary The Old Negro Space Program. Johnny Brown passed away in Los Angeles on March 2nd, 2022, at the age of 84. His collapse occurred shortly after leaving a doctor's appointment for his pacemaker, and he was declared dead upon arrival at the hospital. Number 5. Ben Powers as Keith Anderson. Ben Powers portrayed the character Keith Anderson in the sitcom series. Born in New York City, Brooklyn, and raised in Providence, Rhode Island, Powers attended the Rhode Island School of Design. His entry into the entertainment industry came in the 1970s under the direction of Adrian Hall, the director at Trinity Repertory Theater in his hometown of Providence, Rhode Island. Beyond his work in stage acting, Powers ventured into stand-up comedy, showcased his impression skills, and performed both standard and original music he had composed. A Hollywood agent discovered him in Providence, leading to movie contracts and engagements at Playboy clubs in Las Vegas, New York, and Boston. Following his stint on Good Times, Powers made guest appearances on various popular TV dramas and sitcoms in the 1980s, including Gimme a Break, Flamingo Road, The Greatest American Hero, The New Odd Couple, and Laverne and Shirley. He also held a regular role on the CBS TV detective drama series Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer from 1984 to 1985 until the show's cancellation due to the arrest of the star Stacy Keach for cocaine smuggling in London. Powers withdrew from the Hollywood scene by the end of 1985, preceding the revival of the detective series. During the early 1980s, he featured in a few notable films such as Cheech and Chong's Next Movie, Things Are Tough All Over, and The Man Who Loved Women. He also appeared in several made-for-TV movies, often in smaller supporting roles. Ben Powers passed away from liver cancer on April 6, 2015 at the age of 64 and underwent cremation. Number 6. Ralph Carter as Michael Evans. Michael Evans, the youngest offspring of Florida and James Evans, was brought to life by actor Ralph Carter. Carter made his Broadway debut at the age of 9 in the musical The Me Nobody Knows. Following performances in Tough to Get Help Dude and Via Galactica, he achieved widespread recognition as Travis Younger in Raisin. This role earned him the 1973 Drama Desk Award for Most Promising Performer, the 1974 Theatre World Award, and a nomination for the 1974 Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Musical. In 1975, Carter released the album titled Young and in Love, featuring the song When You're Young and in Love, which he performed on Soul Train. Both this song and Extra Extra achieved chart success, reaching number 10 and number 12, respectively. In 1985, he launched a single called Get It Right. In 2005, Carter joined the cast of Ain't Supposed to Die a Natural Death as part of the Classical Theater of Harlem Company. Number 7, Jimmy J.J. Walker as James J.J. Evans Jr. The Evans firstborn, James J.J. Evans Jr., was portrayed by actor Jimmy Walker. Walker earned a Golden Globe nomination for Best Supporting Actor in a Television Series in 1975 and 1976 for his portrayal of J.J., and for coining the catchphrase, Die No Might. In 1967, Walker commenced full-time work with WAR VR, the radio station affiliated with the Riverside Church. By 1969, he had ventured into stand-up comedy, catching the eye of the casting director for Good Times after making appearances on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and The Jack Parr Show. In 1975, Walker also took on the role of a weekend personality on the contemporary R&B music station KAB 103.9 FM in Inglewood, part of the Los Angeles market. He graced The Tonight Show and Match Game during the 1970s and early 1980s, serving as a 5-time panelist on the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour from 1983 to 1984. Additionally, he featured on the 1990 revival of Match Game and various game shows of that era. As revealed on The Wendy Williams Show on June 27, 2012, Walker disclosed that he has never entered into matrimony or become a father, although he has had numerous girlfriends. Making an appearance on The O'Reilly Factor on July 11, 2012, he expressed his decision not to vote for Barack Obama in 2008 and reiterated that he would not support him in the 2012 election. In a CNN interview, Walker identified himself politically as a realist independent and voiced his opposition to affirmative action, deeming it outdated. While personally against gay marriage on moral grounds, he advocated for its legalization, asserting that it wasn't a cause worth fighting against. Number 8, John Amos as James Evans. Senator John Amos takes on the role of James Evans Sr., the husband of Florida Evans, in the portrayal of the character on the show. James is a veteran of the Korean War, facing challenges in securing employment due to his limited education. Despite his unwavering dedication to support and care for his family, financial struggles were a common theme for the Evans family. Amos gained widespread recognition in his inaugural significant TV position as Gordie Howard, the weatherman on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, spanning from 1970 to 1973. Following the passing of Betty White, Amos, and Joyce Bulifant, Marie Slaughter became the last surviving semi-regular cast members of the show, excluding child actors. In 1971, he featured in a McDonald's commercial alongside Anson Williams. However, he achieved lasting fame for his portrayal of James Evans Sr., initially appearing thrice on the sitcom Maude, and then continuing the role in 61 episodes of Good Times from 1974 to 1976. Amos, a veteran of the 50th Armored Division of the New Jersey National Guard and honorary Master Chief of the United States Coast Guard, has been married twice. His initial marriage, spanning from 1965 to 1975, was with artist and equestrian Noel Mickelson. They share 2 children, Shannon Amos, a writer-producer and founder of Afterglow Multimedia, LLC, and Casey Amos, a Grammy-nominated director. The Hollywood Reporter has documented the contentious relationship between Shannon and Casey over the care provided to their parents. His second marriage, occurring from 1978 to 1979, was to actress Lillian Lehman. Amos resided in Township, New Jersey for an extended period and relocated to Colorado in 2018. As of 2023, he calls Westcliff, Colorado home, where the Colorado Bureau of Investigation is investigating allegations of elder abuse. Number 9, Janet Jackson as Millicent Penny Woods. Janet Jackson took on the role of Millicent Penny Woods in the sitcom show. Jackson's brothers initiated their musical journey as the Jackson 5 in the Chicago-Gary region when she was at a young age. By March 1969, they secured a record deal with Motown, marking the beginning of their success. The family subsequently relocated to the Encino neighborhood in Los Angeles. At the tender age of 7, Jackson and her sisters showcased their talents at the MGM Casino on the Las Vegas Strip. A biography unveils that her father, Joseph, maintained emotional distance and insisted on being addressed solely by his first name during her childhood. Her foray into acting commenced with the variety show The Jacksons in 1976. When Janet Jackson turned 18, she eloped with singer James DeBarge in September 1984. However, the marriage was annulled in November 1985. In 1986, Jackson initiated a romantic relationship with dancer-songwriter-director Rene Elizondo Jr. On March 31, 1991, Jackson tied the knot with Elizondo Jr., and the marriage remained a secret until the divorce was disclosed. Their separation occurred in January 1999, culminating in a divorce in 2003. Elizondo filed a lawsuit against her, seeking an estimated $10.25 million, and a settlement was reached that year. From 2002 to 2009, Jackson was romantically involved with music producer, rapper, songwriter Jermaine Dupri. In 2006, Jackson crossed paths with Qatari businessman Wissam Almana, and their dating commenced in 2010. The couple got engaged and privately married in 2012. Jackson welcomed a son in January 2017. However, in April 2017, it was publicly announced that the couple had separated and were pursuing a divorce. Number 10. Helen Martin as Weeping Wanda Williams. Helen Martin took on the character of Weeping Wanda Williams, another occupant in the apartment complex where the Evans family lives. In previous installments, she was depicted attending a women's support gathering and the neighbors coming together to support her through a rent party. Subsequent episodes feature her showing up and shedding tears at various funerals, regardless of her acquaintance with the deceased, leading JJ and Walona to affectionately dub her Crying Wanda. Martin graced the Broadway stage in a dozen productions, including Jean Genet's The Blacks, the musical Raisin from 1973 to 1975, Ossie Davis's Pearly Victorious, The Almond Corner, and Tennessee Williams' Period of Adjustment. In addition to her theatrical pursuits, Martin had roles in short-lived sitcoms such as Baby, I'm Back, portraying mother-in-law Luzelle, and That's My Mama. She portrayed various grandmothers in films like Hollywood Shuffle. 1987, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. 1996, I Got the Hookup. 1998, House Party 2. 1991, and Mama Doll in Bulworth. 1998. During an appearance on Late Night with Conan O'Brien to promote Don't Be a Menace, Martin captivated host Conan O'Brien and the audience with her lively remarks. When asked about her role as a pot-smoking grandmother in the film, she exclaimed, "I love the reefer," and playfully mentioned that she would have been a stripper if not for her acting career, punctuating the statement with a suggestive dance. Martin passed away from a heart attack on March 25, 2000 in Monterey, California at the age of 90. Number 11, Moses Gunn as Carl Dixon. Moses Gunn takes on the role of Carl Dixon, a proprietor of a shop where Michael briefly finds employment. Despite differing religious beliefs, Carl and Florida initiate a romantic relationship and eventually get engaged in the concluding episode of Season 4. As a versatile character actor in both film and television, Gunn also achieved notable success on the theatrical stage. He marked his debut in New York City theater with the original off-Broadway production of Jean Genet's The Blacks, 1962. Gunn delivered various Shakespearean performances in Joseph Papp's Shakespeare in the Park, earning an Obie Award for his portrayal of Aaron in Titus Andronicus. In 1966, Gunn married Gwendolyn Muma Landez, becoming the stepfather of her daughter, Kirsten Sarah Landez. They welcomed a son, Justin, in 1970, who later became a musician and composer in the Copenhagen-based band The Reverend Shine Snake Oil Cole. Gunn passed away on December 16, 1993 in Guilford, Connecticut at the age of 64 due to complications of asthma. This sitcom has gone through many years and many periods, but its heat cannot be denied, with humorous content mixed with a bit of touching and important social embodiments for the audience. And as we learn about each actor's journey in this film, it embodies the Evans family to life, thereby making Good Times not just a drama, but a benchmark of a culture helps solve problems in society and demonstrates the resilience of a loving family. And finally, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share to stay updated with more interesting things that I want to bring to you. Thank you so much for watching until here. Have a nice day.